Yo, what is good guys? Welcome back to another video. And the Euros are over and we have received the news that Southgate has decided to step down as England's manager. I mean, he said this would happen. He would leave as England's manager if he did not win the tournament. And Southgate is actually the first manager ever for England to take them to back-to-back finals, which he did lose. That must hurt for a lot of England fans for sure. Brought like the belief back into the squad and also the whole country, so much support from the fans. Like, it was absolutely unreal. You could see it from social media and it was crazy. But now let's talk about who are some contenders to replace him. I put down 3 contenders to replace him. These 3 are probably the favorites. Let's start with number 1. Eddie Howe is currently at Newcastle. I honestly don't think he would leave his role at Newcastle, as he has built himself a solid team at the club and he's just doing quite well in that kind of spot where he is right now. And he's achieved Champions League football last season, or it was 2 seasons ago, and overall he did very well 2 seasons ago. Like, they placed like 4th place, which is very impressive, and we did not see that coming at all from that Newcastle side. And people have said that they overachieved, which was, I mean, I would say that is a bit true. We gotta give them the credit though. They did very well that season. And Isak has been a baller for them ever since he signed. He was one of the top scorers in the league this past season, and England would benefit from having Eddie Howe as a manager, as he is a more offensive type of manager and his style is basically more offensive. He likes to control like the game. He loves to have his team have the possession. One of his like objectives, I would say, when attacking is he aims to create as many chances as possible in the final third, while also he pushes up his fullbacks. We've seen that for Newcastle with Dan Burn and also Trippier, and I think it would really thrive offensively with the amount of talent and just quality that England has. It's absolutely unbelievable, and they would cook with Eddie Howe attacking wise. Also defensively did quite well with Newcastle a few seasons ago, probably having one of the top defensive records. And at the end of the day, it is up to Eddie Howe, so we'll see whether he decides to take the job or not. Now moving on to the second spot, we have Graham Potter. And we know Potter from his time at Brighton. That's where like he was playing, like he had his team doing a very good job there at Brighton, playing some very good football. He transformed that team from like a bottom 6 team into a team that finished 9th in the 21-22 season. I would say that is very impressive. Taking your team from the bottom half of the table all the way to the mid-table, that is very impressive. And why he also played he had his team, he wasn't playing in the match. Yeah, he had his team playing some progressive type of football, which is amazing to watch. It was very entertaining to watch. So based on that, Chelsea came in as they were looking for a manager, and Potter had decided to take a job at Chelsea, which now we know was not a good idea as he got sacked. In his time at Chelsea, the team did not play too well, if we're being honest. I bet loads of people were excited having him as the Chelsea manager, especially Chelsea fans, and they expected him probably to take that progressive football from Brighton and implement it into the Chelsea squad. And that is pretty tough, honestly, especially with a team that was not the best for Chelsea. And later on though, Graham Potter did get sacked, as I said before, as his team was not performing, and that happened after Potter received 11 defeats in 31 matches with Chelsea. Honestly, that's not too bad, but for a club like Chelsea, you probably expect a lot more. Potter in charge, he led them to be in 11th place in the Prem table, and that's not ideal once again for a team like Chelsea. Now though, since Southgate has resigned, Potter could be a replacement. It is known that he has like he likes his team to have a more attacking or like progressive style of play that would really do well, in my opinion, with the England squad, in my opinion, and especially with the amount of quality, as we said with Eddie Howe. Like, this England squad, I would say, in terms of like depth, I mean, we're not talking about like club football, but yeah, in terms of depth, they have a incredible amount of like depth in that team. Like, very good players everywhere on the bench, starting 11, so it's tough to choose who to take into the England squad for the competitions. But yeah, Potter could bring that progressive and beautiful football to the England squad while also being quite solid defensively. And he has been out of the managing role for around 2 years, so that could play a role as well. He did mention though he's very excited to get back into coaching and managing a team. Maybe Graham Potter will be the England manager, who knows. And the third and last manager I put was Lee Carsley. I'm sure a lot of England fans and many football fans know this guy. He did very well with the under-21 England team. I mean, class from him. He was appointed as England under-21 manager in July of 2021. 2 years later, he brought it home for England and for the under-21 side though. And he took the under-21s into the final of the Euros for the under-21 championship, and they managed to win that game 1-0 against Spain. And fun fact, that was actually their first title in that competition ever since 1984. That is quite a while, if we're being honest. And in that team, he added quite a few players who are playing in the Premier League at this current moment. He had Cole Palmer, who is now balling for Chelsea, which he would be reunited with Cole Palmer if he does take the England job. Curtis Jones was actually a man who scored the winning goal and the only goal against Spain in that under-21 Euro final. And Smith Rowe as well was in that squad. My Arsenal boy, who, I mean, he has shown he is a good player, but unfortunately Arteta has not given him the minutes. Injuries also have played a role. And Gibbs White, who, whenever I watch him, he just looks like a absolute baller. Fantastic player and very young as well. Anthony Gordon, as we all know, he plays for Newcastle. He did get called up to the England squad, but he got 0 minutes. Like, I don't know how, but at least give him some minutes, Southgate. But he is at Newcastle now, and I believe he is one of their best players at that club. Harvey Elliott, who plays for Liverpool now, he's played a lot of games for Liverpool, so maybe he will start under Arne Slot. And Branthwaite, who could be making a big move in this upcoming summer transfer window. So load of talent. We also had Madueke. Those three were coming off the bench, Elliott, Branthwaite, and Madueke in that final, and so he has a lot of experience managing young players. So yeah, he will be reunited with loads of players that he has managed before if he does take this England job. And I believe he is probably the favorite to take it for this job, as he is the under-21 manager, and usually, like it happened with Spain, I forgot what his name is, like De La Fuente. He used to be the under-21 manager for Spain, and now they moved him up to the senior, or like the top level of Spanish national team football, and he won them a Euro once again for Spain. And should it happen with England as well, who knows, it could be coming home in the future. I think England is probably going to go with Lee Carsley in this situation. So let me know which manager you would like to have at England, or if you're not an England fan, let me know which manager you think would suit or be better for England, or which one do you see being the favorite for England? And thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. Don't forget to drop a like, comment down below once again which manager you think will get the position, and don't forget to subscribe as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.